No. First off, I want to say thank you to the Cheez-It Bowl. Our arrival yesterday, coming in, just incredible hospitality. From the entire group, great group of people. The efficiency and organization of what we were able to do today. I thought our guys came to work and had a really good practice. I like the mindset. This team, they've really had a good bowl prep. We've got a lot of work that we still have to do as we lead up to Thursday night, but I like their mentality, the way they pushed themselves, the way they've been preparing. We're going to enjoy this bowl experience, but today was an important practice for us, and I thought the energy level and the speed that showed up was impressive. Still some things we're going to have to clean up, just due to when it comes to our execution and efficiency. But I think the guys have the right mindset, and grateful to be here, and just all the people associated with the bowl have just been remarkable. So with that, I'll take some questions.
All right, let's start with Ira, then Matt. You guys have been practicing back in Tallahassee. This is the first time a lot of these players, some have ever been in a bowl, a few years since any of them have been in a bowl. Do you sense some excitement when you got here to the location and practice here?
Yeah, absolutely. And, they showed me their excitement with how they prepared back at home. There's plenty of distractions that can be in place. Anytime you have an extended downtime, maintaining that edge. We finished the season playing as good as anybody in the country, I believe, and the objective for this game is to go be better. And I think our guys have embraced that throughout the season. They really worked hard, and I've liked the edge that they brought. But we got here last night. This is a reward. It's a reward for the team. It's a reward for the work they've done. We talk a lot about the relationships that have been established throughout this football team, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy watching them, hanging out together. Being able to get away, to just enjoy that fellowship, and then this morning to get up and. Different. Everything's different when you get to a bowl. So, sometimes guys just want to hold back because they don't know exactly where to go or exactly what to do. But, once we got to the practice field, I thought they had a great edge about them, and I thought they were able to have a really good practice. So, you can feel that expectation and excitement.
Mike, this is obviously not your first bowl game, but for this team, for this program to go through it, it's been a while. What kind of plan did you have in place? I think you talked before about having several plans, kind of what to go through, and how much do you have to maybe educate some of these guys who've never been through a bowl experience to what to expect?
Yeah, it's we had a lot of different plans because of the different bowl options. Obviously, plan A ended up being the result of it, and so we're we went through and really from everything with our strength and conditioning, our sports science, all the things that we knew would be necessary for us to build our guys so that Thursday night we have the opportunity to go play our best. I think that was the plan that we laid out just from the days we were practicing. Some of the things that we were going to have mental days rather than as much of the physical push, and I really liked the results that I've seen, and so. It's been really good up until this point, and these guys, it's about building trust. And, since the very first day that I got here to Florida State, it's about, being able to earn that trust, throughout the experiences. And these guys know that we put a lot of time and a lot of thought into, how we're going to do things, and we try to explain the why. And, when it's time to show up and go to work, there's one standard for how we're going to do that, and that's what I think this team is really bought into. Is that it's not we got some really talented people and professionals that are helping lay out those plans, and being able to to create the I guess the expectation for what we need to do, and the players, their job just to go give everything they have when they get the opportunity. And so I think that trust has been established throughout the year and throughout the last couple of years, and so we know what it takes, and now we just have to go be the best we can in executing that plan.
Yeah, Micah got the Cheez-It room. Have you have a chance to see it yet? And what's been his reaction to having that room?
I have not got to see it other than the video, and I know my daughter got to go. She wanted to see it, so Micah was kind enough to let her see that. But she said, plenty of orange, and so it's pretty remarkable. I don't know. I guess dark is still dark at night, but man, it's a pretty bright room. So.
Mike, how important is it just to finish strong for this season in addition to what you're building headed into next season with so many players coming back?
Yeah, everything builds off itself. And, for us, our focus is this game. It's to go be our best. And, one of the things that's a little bit of a challenge and almost a little bit of a distraction, with so many players, making that decision to come back and really announcing it early and something I'm proud of. But, it's not about next year. It's about right now. It's about this team. It's about this game. It's about this opportunity. And, sometimes, the excitement for what's to come, you cannot allow that to distract you for what we have here in this moment. And it's this practice. It's this day. Lord willing, we wake up tomorrow, we got to go be better. And so, our expectation is to go play our best game this year. That's been the expectation with each week that we've had throughout the course of the season. Continue to improve, continue to get better. Focusing on those little things that separate us. And what's ahead? Oh, there's an exciting time for Florida State football. There's an exciting time for what we're building and the young men that I get to coach and the work that they put in. So, the future is bright, but we got to take care of the moment and ultimately the things that we can control, and that's this week. And it's an absolute treat to be able to be here and to get a chance to play in this game. And we want to go show and be better than what we've been.
In the back here, Mike. Just wondering, now that you've had a little bit of time to kind of reflect on the end of the regular season, what do you think were the one or two things that were the biggest causes for the turning point for this team to play so well? And do you feel like there is, I guess, a feeling in the program that things are really cooking right now and you've got things going well?
Yeah, I mean, they never stopped. I mean, there was no direct just turning point. We just had to, even through some disappointing games there in the middle of the season, they continued to work. They continued to believe. You lay out an expectation. You have a plan. Sometimes things don't always go exactly the way that you anticipate them or expect them to go, but you are still in control of your response. And this team responded by continuing to draw close together, to push the standard, to push the expectation, to go get better throughout the course of the season. And it's their decision, it's their choice, and as a coaching staff, we push hard, and even though some games didn't go the way we wanted, that didn't change the approach of what we brought. And our guys in this team, they responded the way that I expected them to, and you've seen them grow. And we've got a great group of young men. I am so blessed to be able to coach them because they care about each other. They care about this program. They care about who they represent and who they get to do it with and for. And so that's the joy of watching a team grow. And that's as we've gone through it, it's what makes this week special, because you get one more opportunity for this group to go play the game together. And as you watch them, kind of rise up through the opportunities that they've had. It's a remarkable group, and I'm excited to see them play Thursday night.
Mike, now that the game's this week, just what do you think it says about the team that none of your top players have opted out for the game, and how hard was it in this day and age to convince and talk and just kind of go through that for however many days and figure that out?
The great thing, there was no convincing that needed to be made. I mean, I remember the first bowl practice. We had a couple of our top players that were going to meet with the media afterwards. I hadn't even talked to them about anything when it comes to opt-out or decisions or any of that. But we had a practice schedule, and it was an opportunity to go get better. And there was nobody that was missing out on that. And so I talked to the players right after I got done with the meeting. I said, hey, just so you know, like, this is, you don't have to go and make any decision. You don't have to go and, they're probably going to get asked about it. 20 minutes later, I'm looking at my phone, and we've got a couple players that I'm playing in this game. This is it. And that's what it should be. I mean, these guys, they they love playing the game. They love playing, and getting a chance to represent each other. And that in each situation is unique to itself. And so, I mean, the fact that I don't have to try to convince anybody to play, I mean, ultimately you always look at each decision, whether guys elect to go pro, elect to come back. It's about each individual, and we try to help them along through the process by providing information, by helping to guide. And if there are any opinions, I want them to be educated opinions of how we guide them through their careers. But it's always about them, and that's what's been so nice, because this team, man, they're excited to play. They're excited. I've talked about it. When you get a chance to do something that's going to change a wall at Florida State, you've done something. And that's where, we talked, the opportunity to go try to win your 10th game is big. It'd be the 25th time in our program's history. All right, that's a great challenge, but also, a great opportunity for these guys to go finish this season the way that, the way that they've worked and continuing to push to our expectation and standard of how we want to operate.
Mike, you got Randy on the team, Randy on the staff, and you got Tatum on the team, guys who played against or played with Dylan Gabriel when he was at UCF. Do you plan on using those guys maybe to kind of get an idea, a scouting report, maybe so to speak, of what to expect a little bit, even though Dylan played this year with Oklahoma?
Yeah, I mean, you always try to gather information of just, whether it's years from years past, just any little things that you could gain. I mean, we watch film. We've got a pretty good sense. There's been a couple of years since that was teammates and everybody going through it. But we got a chance to see this year and what that looks like. But yeah, you always try to take whatever information's out there that might be able to help or benefit.
Let's do one more on the right here, and then we'll close with Ira.
Yeah, in the same vein, I mean, you are facing Venables, who coached at Clemson. You got experience against. Have you seen anything that he's brought over from Clemson that he's brought to Oklahoma that's kind of similar that you guys want to attack?
Yeah, I mean, this is a defense that's going to attack, and they're going to bring pressure from all over the field. They lead the Big 12 in tackles for loss. I mean, they're going to try to create havoc in what they do. So, there are some similarities, but kind of still similar to the last question we just talked about. This team is unique to itself, and as guys fit into it, they try to play to the skills and talents of the players that they have, and so that's been our focus of just what we've seen, what they've done. I mean, we know they're going to attack. We know they're going to bring pressure. They do a good job schematically and what they and their plans of attack. So we've got to be ready to adapt and adjust throughout the course of the game.
You touched on some of the motivations you guys have for this game. There's a lot of discussion nationally about how the importance of bowl games that aren't in the playoff. Do you feel like, can you even envision a scenario where you went to a bowl game and didn't feel like it was of huge importance?
I mean, I can. It's a special experience, and been fortunate to be in quite a few bowl games in my coaching career. And when you see this week and just all that goes into it, and then let's not even, yes, the game is one thing, but also the impact within the community, the impact within that when you have two teams coming from different places to be celebrated for what they've done throughout the course of the season, and they get to go compete for one more, and just what that means to the different communities. Obviously, it's great being here in Orlando and being able to represent in our home state, but I think they're special, and I know that with the playoff and all things that are also out there, this is still a great reward. It's a great reward for the teams. It's great rewards for the staffs, the families, all that get to be a part of this week. So, it is special, and even within the preparation of what it takes, we had a lot of young players that those extra practices were big for, and you've seen guys that are growing up and trying to take advantage of all those. It's really important. So I'm grateful for them, and it's a special venue that we get to be a part of here this week with the Cheez-It Bowl. All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.